Hi everyone. Due to my travel schedule and the holiday schedule, I'm going to be canceling the next two calls. So if I don't speak to you guys as a team between now and the end of the year, I want to wish you a very happy holiday. And Matt, I want to wish you a very safe trip to Germany. I can't wait to hear all about your successes. I think it's great. But I wanted to share some thoughts with you guys before we end out the year. About a year ago, I wrote down some thoughts on who am I, what are my core values, and what's my leadership point of view. And then what does that really mean? Like, what does it mean? So I think it's important as a team for you guys to know where I come from. Who am I? I'm the only child of an alcoholic mother. I was adopted at 2 by my father, who married my mom. They divorced when I was 5. She and I moved from Louisiana to Texas when I was 10. And at 12, he got remarried, and I lost touch with him, which was really, really hard time in my life. At 16, I moved from Dallas to Connecticut, and there's a whole lot of stories in between for which I am very, very thankful that I didn't end up dead or in jail for, so that's probably good. I moved back to Texas to start college, and shortly after going back to Texas to start college, I was clearly watching a lot of Connie Selica in the show Hotel. I decided I would then move with him to Vegas to get a hotel degree so I could be really glamorous, which you can see worked out for me really well. But pretty quickly, I realized that I had no money, no support, and I hated Richard. Eventually, he stole my cat and moved back to Texas, a jerk. But prior to that happening, my very favorite person in the entire world, my one support, the one person that had always been there for me, my grandfather died very, very strangely of a tractor accident, and it just broke my life in two. So I was kind of stuck in Texas with this guy that I hated, with no family and my one support system going. And kind of a realization happened for me at that time, and I decided that I wouldn't be put down. I would succeed. I would win. I would make it through it. It wasn't going to happen. I was not going to be a statistic. So I graduated UNLV, third in my class, magna cum laude. I put myself through with the academic scholarship, so yay. I quit smoking because I was a pretty avid smoker, which is terrible. I ended up getting married, had a baby girl. So I met another guy, had a baby girl. Diane Davis, who's out there, ended up hiring me as a contractor to do food and beverage for Tech Ed in 2001. It was October 2001. She can give you a whole review on me at the time. I don't really know anymore. Karen Whites ended up meeting me. It's the whole thing with that. And then she hired me to do Sapphire 2002. I'm looking at my notes, 2002. And basically the only direction I got at the time is we have no hotels contract. She hired me in February. We have no hotels contract. We have no housing system in place. And we had $1 million in attrition last year, so don't do that. All of that would have been great, but I was pregnant. I didn't tell her because I was worried about it. But as some of you guys know out there, I really actually think it's fabulous. So I was pregnant, and Sapphire was in June of 2002, and AJ, my bouncing baby, 10-pound baby boy, was born in August. I lost 80 pounds on Weight Watchers. Yay. I'm gaining some of it back, so that's not so good. But that was like 12 years ago. I got divorced. I met another great guy. I got remarried. I had another baby. His name is Sean. He's 3 now. And a lot of you guys don't know, but my first husband, my oldest kid's father, has recently been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. Unfortunately, we were just found out that it's moved into his liver, and it's really hard on the family right now. But I am really, really lucky that Andy and I have a fabulous relationship, and I told him the other day that I was in this godforsaken town because of him, and he couldn't die on me because I had a lot of love to give and a lot more fights to have because you have to fight with your ex. But I'm really blessed. I have a very, very strong faith base, and I rely and depend on it pretty regularly. So knowing who I am, what does that how does that relate to my core values? And I think that's what's important to you guys. What is important to me? I wrote down 5 adjectives. Like, what are they that really are important to me? And they are trust, integrity, loyalty, dependability, and strength. After reading my own story, I realized why those 5 mean so much to me. I can clearly see that in my past, so I can understand it. But what does that mean from my leadership point of view, and why is that important? Like, why is anybody listening to this, right? Here's some things that you can count on me for. And my former team knows this. I wrote this for them a while ago, but I'll go ahead and reiterate this for you guys. And so excuse me if I make sure I read it, make sure I don't miss anything. But you can count on me to make decisions, to share opinions, to communicate, to listen, and to be outspoken. I look forward to teaching and coaching. I really do. I love winning, but I never like to see the weak be bullied. I will always stand up for the weak. If I see that happen, I don't like it. It's not okay. I'll stand up for the decisions that are made for the good of the organization. I will always back good decisions. So if you make them and you come to me and we talk about it, I will back them. I will always question lack of integrity, the easy route. Every day you can count on that. I get annoyed by lack of ownership, and I don't appreciate passive-aggressive behavior in conversations. I worry about outside teams that have no accountability and lots of influence on our teams, and I will address that as it comes. I always look for ways for people who work for me or with me to get the credit for the work that they do. And I praise those of you who show that kind of credit for other people. I appreciate humility in people, and I like to see appreciation. I got the list back of the appreciate list, and I can see who's been appreciated and who has done the appreciating. And I'm kind of disappointed to see that of all of us there's only been like 4 or 5 that have actually actively done it. And I was talking to Jen Lakowski today, and I said, we have 65,000 employees with SAP, and there's no one that anyone could be thankful for. I mean, there's got to be people out there. And I think to get, you have to give. So that's important. Why is it important? Of course, we are all judged on how we do our jobs, and I will definitely be doing the judging. Absolutely. I'll ask for your templates. I will break your procedures. I will get involved in ways that are probably a little bit uncomfortable, and probably most of your previous managers haven't. It's just kind of what I do. I like operations. I have a complete passion for it, so I'm going to be around, and that's what I like to do. But in addition to that, what do I really think is important? What I really think the core of us needs to be. We need to have the ability to pick somebody up. We have to pick up our team. We have to pick up those around us. We have to be gracious. We have to promote those around us. We have to make other people recognize the value of their jobs. And it is so important that we take that time to do that. Every one of us, that's what I really appreciate. That's what's really important to me. Those of you who know me, I quoted this in the last time that I sent a video to somebody, to all of you guys. Those of you who know me know that I love the writings of Ralph Waldo Emerson. The self-esteem writing is the best. I will send that link out if anybody's interested in reading it. I truly, truly believe that our own self-reliance will help us build a better team constantly. So I find that to be really important and something that you guys need to think about. One of the things that I really want to do now that I've talked for 9 minutes is, and I will go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and send this email out. I'm going to send this video and this email so you can either read it or you can hear me, whichever one works for you. One of the things that I do believe is really important is that our team creates a charter. And I'm going to send out to you guys some questions to ask and answer so that together we can determine what is our team charter. You've heard my leadership point of view. It's basically, again, it's who I am, what are my core values, and what's important to me, so you know where I stand. I think that's important for everyone to know where their manager stands, so you know how to address what's important. to me personally. And I want to know what's important to you. And I think together we can create this charter, and then we'll have something to stand by as a team. And if we all relate back to that in the middle of our crisis, in the middle of our questions, we'll know where we came from. And I think knowing where you come from is so important to the success of where you're going to be. I practice that in my own life, and I hope we practice that as a team together. I want to thank you. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Have a good one. If I don't talk to you again, happy holidays. Bye.